History Sicily here on the Lord Master channel, in which we're still in the middle of the High Medieval era, and we're barely trying to catch up in terms of innovations, which is something that I will be more focused on, as in 5 years' time we will have windmills. But more importantly, we get to have another building slot. And as well as the option that if you want to build windmills, which is for tax, supply limit, holding taxes of development growth, or water mills, which is also reduced the cost of building construction costs as well as holding, while some development growth to go along with the tax. So at least these are the options when that time comes. As we know that. And also you probably noticed that in the previous episode that I said one of these buildings. Yes, when you get it up to 4, level 4 of the trade ports and the shipwrights, notice that the holder that's holding also causes size of men-at-arms regiment increased by 1. It's due to one of our traditions. Let me see. This one, seafarers. The trade port line of buildings increases levies and size of men-at-arms regiments in the counties of this culture. That's the reason why. And due to being dexterous fishermen, the trade port line of buildings also provides bonuses to stationed men-at-arms. Which is why even at the lowest one, stationed men-at-arms toughness goes up and up. It as well as up to the levy size addition, all that. It's a wonder that long ago I used to be against having these kind of traditions, but since we're so connected to the sea in a way, I think seafarers and dexterous fishermen are actually good companion pieces. And the collective lands thing, although building construction time does increase, which things take a bit more time, and as well as for control growth to go back up, but development growth ups, because as we have mentioned numerous times in this part of the series, that we are more development intensive these days, because I have this long-term goal plan of ending this struggle permanently. Because look, the easiest thing in the world would be to go for, Dominion ending, which you simply got to be an independent ruler, as in take over Sicily, and complete control of the entire region of Sicily, which there's a few parts that are independent that have not yet fallen under our control, including that. There's a few areas left to take over, but there's the reason why I've not been expanding into those areas yet. Because I don't want, whoever's the overlord, especially if it's a Sicilian and a Catholic, to get this. Which to be frank, it is a member of our dynasty doing this, so we all get the benefit, regardless. Like one would think, like, oh, just let my liege expand and win the thing. But I kind of want to have it for myself one day for egotistical reasons. But in a long term, to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, I'd rather have crossroads. Because, well, first you got to be independent. And you got to be illustrious. Have the 25 trade experience. I already have 25 for Latin. You need the same for Greek and Arab-Berber. And you got to have at least one of these. And I believe the easiest one would be control all of Sicily, and subsequently every county in the de jure duchy of your capital has to have at least 40 development, which means that, as you can see, the development here in Salerno, it is 48. The neighboring ones, 36, 37, 36, which it'll increase in long term as we've been investing a lot of it. But as for the ones further away, such as 28 and 29, well, Look, I would do that, but we're kind of in the middle of spreading the Siculo-Arabic culture to nearly all of insular Sicily, except for the ones that's outside of our control. While the Maltese culture is to be left alone, because this is the most advanced culture of the entire Mediterranean region. And it's about to get castle bailies pretty soon, along with banking in 2 years. And they have trebuchets, and I'm kind of jealous of that. And they have sanitation too. They are way more advanced compared to us Siculo-Arabs, which we're missing 5 innovations. Of course, we're still left behind. Yes, we do have guilds, urbanization, coming soon, scourge, and then windmills. And once that's done, I would like to have banking for development growth reasons. I could care less about military innovations because we're strong enough of what the land provides us in terms of levy size and the men-at-arms bonuses that it gives by those said buildings, which I designated a few counties of. Okay, which one should we station which and all that. But we're still making investments. We're still going to make a bit of fortune here. And I have plans to do more traveling. Hey, a palio race. Well, you did say you want to travel a little more. Which another reason for that is to be more proactive. Is that I kind of want to go to the inspector route again because of the domain taxes. And there are plenty of minor landholder vassals of ours that'd be willing to provide more taxes. And to inspect wherever I wish. So do a bit more traveling. I'll go to the little palio horse race. Okay, it's a little more dangerous than originally thought. You'll be illustrious in no time, don't you worry. Yet not near. Just a short trip. Right. Since we make so much, I'll invest in a lot to make sure that we will win that race. You what? Ah, frontier raid. Where does Anhalt even hold? Ah, that part. Sorry that you got pneumonia. Oh, I just noticed it. Look at Conte Umberto II. He's like, the animation is clapping, but look, one-handed. Because, you know, he's maimed, you know. And disfigured, too. Clapping with his invisible hand. I'll use networking to get a bit more prestige. Guide distillery constructed in Malta. Ah yes, because of the stalwart defenders tradition, you can get it much earlier. Which Malta will be even more defendable, so no one dares to try to besiege it. Ever. It's a bit much, but it'll do. It'll have defender advantage from then on out. And also, by the way, since we're continuing the conversions, Noto is one of the few areas where Asharism was never established there. There and Syracuse. It never had Sunnism there. And neither is Aderno. Once we're done with the conversion to Siculo-Arabic culture, I will send the steward to develop these outlying areas more. I am now at Avessa, and not a moment too soon, the people here are buzzed with excitement. I'm scurrying back and forth as they prepare the palio that will be happening soon. All the visitors arrive from near and far. The palio is not just a race itself. The race is, after all, simply a culmination of a period of festivities, so there's a lot need to be done. This time the palio is being held to celebrate the feast day of a popular Catholic saint here in Avessa. I'll also check on my horse and jockey will be competing in the palio later on. All seems well now. Hopefully they'll win this time. Tonight, everyone here, including both residents of Adversa and visitors, is participating in the offerta, that is, the Catholic offering ceremony. So important is the ceremony that the fines of being opposed local residents who fail to attend. Enter a subsequent procession through town, which includes priests, entertainers, and so on. We come to one of the major municipal buildings, where a grand banquet is hosted for a large group of esteemed guests. Myself included. A wonderful festive occasion. It is the morning of the Saints' feast day. Rawls must first witness another great procession, before offering more tribute at a major church in Advessa. It's all nice and fun, but pales in comparison to the excitement of the palio. By the time the palio is about to start, the streets are lined with throngs of people from all walks of life, from beggars to peasants from the countryside to merchants and nobles like myself. As the horse sign up, I see the horse representing our house, the Sawdanid, wearing the gear decorated with our colors. I and my retainers cheered wildly, encouraged John. I heard the blare of the trumpet, the race starts, and the horses dash into the city with supernatural speed. Go, go, go. There is a thunderous sound in the air, a thundering that comes not only from the galloping of swift horses approaching the finish line, but from cheers and all this excited crowd. And we all say, one horse past the finish line. The winning horse belongs to one of the minor noble houses. This will surely be a great day in their family's history. The jockey in the victorious states approaches the official who organized the palio to receive the palio banner, a sign of victory in this competition. A thundering sound fills the whole city as everyone applauds and shouts in celebration. The palio race comes to an end, but there's still more. With the conclusion of the race, there is pandemonium across the city, but the good kind. As everyone engages in revelry and feasting, such is the tradition once the pause conclude during holidays like these. Local officials take the time to give charitable donation provided by the Duchessa Olivia to the poor and needy. Dowries are also given to the impoverished young women by lottery, and some prisoners also been pardoned and released. Without a doubt, none shall forget the mercy and grace of Allah. Still, no, the atmosphere is vibrant and lively, and everyone's having a good time. A Versus show knows how to throw a party. The holiday and the palio have come to a close, as guests from afar start to pack up. The local guilds and merchants have set up a great mercantil or public market to display their wares. This tradition, such as hosting mercantile events, is a great opportunity for people like me to go shopping for some trinkets to wind down after all the excitement. It is strange to think that after all the fun of the past few days, it's finally over. Before I go, I'd like to buy some things. Just a bit of prestige and courtier guest opinion. Like me a bit more. Just to keep things beginning to court. And you what? Sell swords bolster ranks for the next 10 years. Men-at-arms maintenance reduced. Excellent. Siculo-Arabic Populists. And that's over in Palermo. My second daughter, Gregoria, will be the name. Now, don't do much. Well, what do you know? I actually impregnated my wife. Now, who would want to kill me? I suspect him once again. Hey! Remember you were supposed to do in the previous episode and you didn't? Manage the frontier. You've done well with the lands. I suggest you update those bureaucratic records. Do it for the Greek. Rely on Greek documents this time. Also, root cellars completed. Where? Trant. A long time has passed since I decided to focus simulating the fame of my dead father. Even longer since his death, it's still stressful and demanding to step out of the shadow. I still feel the world judging me, not by my deeds alone, but always in comparison to me, Yara. I know I'm respected, but is it enough? What more I can do to be remembered? To be more than my father ever was. There's still much for me to achieve. You should assemble these states of the realm, because all depends on all your skills. Give it a try. Organize the whole affair. This also helps the development growth if successful. Goat pox in Brindisi. Orthodox Christianity is spreading there. That can't be good. The Liege passes a law? Never mind, it's just planned stuff. Also, stop swaying her. And keep authorized sales. It makes the holding construction costs reduced and all that and more. And helps with the development growth. Look at that. 60 on a monthly income now. Don't have windows for working on it. The Helena Threscus Fiend. It's a Byzantine and so many pagans. Hold it. Good man was. Good. Because I know what I'm doing during the next 2 years. Cancer. He states the realms with a sad affair where my opinions are countered, my decisions are disregarded, and risk of being a political puppet among realms factions, be they noble or common. In the end, it has been an expensive affair where nothing has been accomplished, where I'm politically losing the reins over my own subjects. What a costly blunder. Oof. How bad of being political outmaneuvered. Oh! There goes my skills. But you still got damn good stewardship. And you've got another daughter. Zena. Is the future female? Anyways, you could try to at least establish trade routes. It depends positively on your stewardship skill and having a stewardship education. Sizes vary. Again, depending on your stewardship skill. I don't often do that option because it costs a lot. Well, not to me these days. I inherited this land. Because the old man finally croaked. I mean, this is going to hurt the income a bit more. Want you to recruit some... never mind. Don't have that. Despite like you have strongholds there. I believe it's because you're in this phase. Don't you worry. You're about to become the scholar. Which will add a lot more development growth around here. Many rulers of the past who had learning educations always wanted to be scholars, but they were never able to achieve that. At least as far as memory is concerned, but now we do. So for now on, I'm going to switch my focus to domain. So I can get all the good stuff. Maybe I'll be an architect like my father, but I'll be less of an administrator. At a course, every once in a while I'll do a bit more traveling. Which I'm going to have to prepare for a Hajj or a Grand Tour. Grand Tour would be more better. At least for development reasons. You stirred up trouble with yourself? Is that what you just did? Save your money. Don't spend it. Yesterday I received a visit of none other than Enrichment. At the required pleasantries, proceed to ask me to pay the overhaul, and if I presented with some high religious representatives I know about. All this is fine and dandy. Though I know my party will be placed on laughing. You got it. Here's some devotion. Carico to Anzorenza. It was a joy that Procopius of Martea is showing significant initiative to increase my treasure by spending his own resources to further my financial position. That's certainly a commendable attitude. He decided to give me 29 gold. How nice of you. A hurried slapping of feet gave me a scant warning before the door bursts open and Faisal, wide-eyed, barges through. My lord, he stammers, dumping an entire armful of parchment missives on my desk. My lord, I have just returned from Debutantes. Look to your right. Oh, you would not believe the devastation. Death and destruction stalked the land. Thousands lie dead in the street. Sailing through the equally hysterical piles of vellum, I try to make sense of it all. Last I heard, the outbreak of redundancy was fairly restricted. Well, we know it's orthodox these days, and it could be prone to a possible peasant revolt, so better sense of made whilst the ground is merely nascent. I'll keep it down. Blessed to have such grateful servants. There, now you're above the domain limit. The murder on me is abandoned. Hill fort constructed. This place. That's where you're going. I want you to station them over here. Station men-at-arms siege progress. Who's there? Skilled archers. Yeah, now you do contribute to the siege a little bit for the archers too. Which kind of makes sense, just, you know, shoot fire arrows or whatever. Well, just shoot them up during the siege. It's based on their capabilities. And this place needs a keep. Just build a keep first, and then we're gonna keep improving the shooting ranges a lot more. The workshops a lot more, so that way the station men-at-arms and then the station siege weapon effectiveness will be a lot more, and the archers maintenance will go down much further than the ones that we still have. Certain kinds of edible berries from Malta have gained a positive reputation around the parts of the region for supposed medicinal properties. They're being shipped out in greater numbers to the neighboring areas as a result, bolstering the local economy. Very good. For the next 20 years. That increases the holding tax slightly, but more importantly, you can buy valuable medicinal berries. Even though health-wise, I'm doing fine, but I wouldn't say no to it. Give me some. Here it is. Seems there are parts of my world where the berries are said to possess berries. Also, I should buy some for myself. You can choose how many you purchase, depending on how long the carried amount of it will last. Minimum cost is 15. For historical context, berries have been part of the many cultures since the dawn of time, and have been used for food, medicine, a source of dyes, and more. I sent my servants to purchase some of the renowned berries of Malta. I can use these medicinal berries for a variety of purposes. I could drink various herbal teas, make use of these berries as a health tonic. Now, how many berries do I ask my servants to buy again? 15, 30, 45. 3 years, 6 years, 9 years. A large amount to last me a very long. So this will give me a tiny bit of fertility increase, or more importantly, a medium health boost. Stress reduction affects it as well. Just make it last for 9 years. Thank you very much. Now the Greek trade experience is going up a bit. $24, $24. Oh, my attempt to establish trade on my domain was a failure, as my political decisions and actions on the go were not enough for gold merchants to liken their business from faraway places to my accounts. Gold has been thrown away again. Oh. Oh, this is a different Alexandros. No, this is the same one. No, damn it. No means no. Don't you get it? An army does not mean men like you. I'll spare no expense or bill. Development, development, development. Since I saw the large amount of renown up there. Everyone in House Sawdan, including myself, get it up there. Oh, we're only 1,000 renown away from getting to this next part of Legacy, since I tend to continue going down this way. Yeah, I believe it's about time that you start going to the Hajj pilgrimage. But raise a little bit of money first before we get out of here. Or we could go right now. How much you giving me? 150. You got it. Alright, let's go then. Now, mind you, I've already been in most of these landmarks since I was younger, except one. The new Egyptian capital. Give me mercenary gods. And superior mounts, just want to be there fast. And on the way back from that said pilgrimage, we can head to the new capital of Egypt, which will give me lots of stewardship. I mean, there's these places too, but that would be for another time. Okay. Road's gotten incredibly hilly for the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to work. After a while longer, there's no end of the hills in sight. One of my training companions ought to bone approached me and says, Lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this much longer. The poor animals need a break, or our field will collapse. We must stop to rest. This will delay our journey to Mecca. You got it. Well, meanwhile, gotta make those archers more deadlier by upgrading these. I wonder who did that. I know it ain't me. My sister died, slain by Abram in a duel. Out here late at night, I look to the stars and wonder, what is our purpose in life? Can Allah even see me this far from home? What am I doing all this for? So I take a duty, of course. Wandering this path, I've encountered many reminders of those who came before. Here in Sant'Arcangelo, I've come across the crumbling remains of a shrine of the ancient Roman pantheon. The maid to an older beauty smiles at me with half-cracked mouth, and Zeus's face has been almost eroded, almost beyond recognition. Perhaps one day, some other man will wander this path and contemplate the fallen Sawdan V and his sorry faith practiced here. I shall contemplate ancient faiths, so I contemplate the nature of the divine. Something to think about, huh? Search for provisions. This is starting to become an issue. If there are threats of a possible peasant revolt, well, then I'm gonna have to do something rather desperate here. You know, I'm starting to think, why aren't you converting these lands? I just realized something. Since you're all about county conversions these days, and you want to stop people from doing that against you, I'm reminded that holy legend. Because, you know, there's this ability. I want you to look at it. Because you have the ability to evangelize around immediate conversion rather than time consuming. Why don't you think of that? Why don't you start that legend right now? Well, once I return from the Hajj, I'll start that legend. Even though I am a scholar, the learning background does help with it. I'm going to need a court chronicler to help me out with that. Do it. As we spend our days and nights on this ship, I try to fill my time with interesting conversations, prayers, contemplating the journey, or simply planning my travel forward. However, recently I've seen some of the pilgrims in my entourage spend the time on another quite mundane task, fishing. They all seem quite carefree in the activity, so soothing aspect to it. How about a nap? Just want to relax a bit. Marsico encouraged the development there. Thank you. As we make our way through Tunis, we are approached by a Nasri Egyptian commoner claiming to be the leader of the group of the Ishaq. Good Shabbatai, we've been on the road to Mecca for weeks. The road's too dangerous now, short provision. We'd be grateful for your support. As a coin for your troubles. That's my eldest daughter. Mount a search party for her. Found her. Boss yarded. White squall turned to port. The coxswain's horrifying out does not sit to calm with it, but my ears are filled to the decreasing louder roar of the wind. Less than a heartbeat. A moist white mist engulfs the whole ship, louder than the wind. The main mast cracks and falls overboard. And as sudden as it came, the squall moves on. The boat lazily rocks in the calm scene. Drag of the torn sails and broken arms. Fear not, we have more sails. Due to my maritime expertise, we are prepared for this. New rigging is swiftly erected from the stowed sails and wooden beams. As I near Mecca, and I find myself standing before the Miqat, the boundary between the sacred spaces of Mecca and the outside world. From this point on, I must enter the state of Ihram, undergoing a ritual cleansing wearing only prescribed attire. Must also refrain from sexual acts, swearing, and arrogant and rude thoughts. I will commit to Ihram with the utmost dedication. Having entered Mecca, my first place is to visit the place of Abraham. This sacred stone is regarded to be the stepping stone Abraham used when building the Kaaba, accompanied by Israel, all those centuries ago. Hajj goers all around me approach the shrine and bow their head in contemplative prayer. I should do the same. Let's get down and contemplate. What? Antonia? You want to have the throne? Well, I wouldn't oppose to it. I wouldn't be mad at that idea. My next task is to walk 7 times between the 2 holy points, Safa and Marwa, in order to commemorate Hajar's desperation and efforts to find water for his son Ishmael. Ishmael, who later on became the forefather of Blessed Muhammad. As I prepare myself for the rite, I take in a sight of the Safa and Marwa and note that a large amount of pilgrims already making their way through, between the hills and from all walks of life. 7 meticulous laps. I'm the master of the hunt. Somebody wants to kill my half-sister. Here I am, standing in front of the mystical Zamzam well, the one discovered through the dreams of an eternal spring in the desert. Drinking its water is one of the ancient rites of the Hajj, and as such, my next undertaking. The well, while sprung out of intricate stonework, is entrenched with Hajj pilgrims to my left, right, and center. I must push myself through the crowd and advance to the sanctified water shared by many. Quenching the thirst of my soul. Delicious, and said to work miracles too. I haggled in the markets, gained a bit of stewardship lifestyle experience. Yeah. The time has come for the next rite. Sacrifice time. A special part of the ceremonial grounds have been prepared for this occasion. and the musky scent grows stronger as I approach the stalls supplying various types of animals. I consider my discovery. Sacrificing a large animal such can be pious, while sacrificing a smaller animal or sheep would certainly be plenty in order to complete the object. Some pilgrims in the corner also seem to chip in to divide the cost of a large cow between themselves. 450 for 63 camels. We can afford. We can spend it. Shouldn't be worse than a grand profit. So become very pious. And I'll gain profit like, and we'll gain renown. Competitive succession. Having prayed at the place of Abraham, walked between the Salvador, drunk water from the Zamzam well, and sacrificed all, I'm now ready to complete the Hajj. The next rite I take is to cut my hair. Traditionally, men shave all of all, but this position is occasionally granted to cut off only part, and women are restricted to just a lump. Shave it all off. Go get a Hulk for the next 5 months. The end of this year's Hajj draws near. After 2 days of the Ram al Jamrat, the stoning of the devil, I'm ready to complete the final ritual of Tawaf al Wada and say farewell to Mecca. I am ecstatic that this pilgrimage has been one of, if not the most devoted pilgrimage to all time. God is smiling at me. This being my second Hajj, I met both new friends and reacquainted myself with familiar faces my last visit. Because the first one I went, I was but a child. But now I came here and leaving here as a man. So now we'll swing by Egypt and I go home. And we'll start that holy legends since I am prophet-like. Far east, and past the great steppe lies Mongolia, the realm of the Mongols. Its mountainous terrain and cold climate the harsher inhabitants. Only the strongest manage to survive. On this fateful day, a son was born to a Mongol chieftain while clutching a pot of blood in his hand. Some interpret it as an omen and expect him to become a great warrior later on. Very superstitious, if you ask me. It's the first time we caught wind of that. But who knows what it may look like out there? Egypt has grown big, led by the great. Hang on. Journeying across the lands of Kozum, a caravan of laden camels crosses our path. The caravan master notices our untouched halts position. Noble travelers, he calls out this glint in his eye. Perhaps you'd fancy a glance at the treasures these sturdy beasts carry. For the right price, the wonders of the desert could accompany you in your travels. 1 second. There's some dangerous travels ahead. So, I'll say, no need. Perhaps you could travel together for a while. So we'll be traveling with camel merchants, adding a bit of safety. Safety in numbers. Bingo. Actually, I thought of one thing. Because you see this in the tax jurisdictions? The more holdings you build, especially if it's city or temple holdings especially, and if you build more castles, you're going to have more taxpayers. And since we're not a kingdom yet, a sultanate yet, you're going to need another tax collector. If the option comes up. The sun scorches the dunes of Al-Gaga, making each step a test with the dunes. Yet this area expands, an oasis of greenery blooms, an agricultural marvel in the heart of the desert. As we admire this anomaly, the stewards of these lands approach the sun with a smile. Travelers, she calls out, God witness the fruits of our labor. Mayhap you'll carry tales of our triumph over the sands back to your homelands. Huh. Show us how you tamed the desert. Give it a bit of development growth. We're out of here. See? That travel was less dangerous. The Shia Caliph Nora. Well, the Fatimans have slowly expanded again, getting themselves back together after they've been in decline for some time. I would respectfully decline. Cottage innovation. As a reminder, what that is well, this will give us the Republican tax contribution, as in mayor's more tax contribution. And look at that, 89.6. And we know we do have a lot of city holdings, so well, this is great. And next they were exposed to is knighthood, which will come in 16 years. But in 3 years, we're going to have windmills. And then I'll go for banking next, because I'm all about development these days. Less about military, and more about development. I mean, and obviously you've got to have sanitation at some point to have some increased plague resistance, knowing that these days it's becoming more prone to diseases. Yeah. Any untaxed vassals around here? No, they're all present and accounted for. Today I woke up with a crushing thought. Despite years of efforts, life's achievements still pale compared to my great father, Mayor. I push myself, yet I'm still unable to escape the long shadow of his fame. Is it a curse that every father brings upon the children? Are we all born into a little futile race against the giants of the past? I have failed you, Yared, and I have failed myself. Also just thought of something regarding landmarks. Points of interest. Land in Bari, and then go to Matera, then your home. Got it? Just want to go through these places. Once you're there, start the legend. Since I've become a bit of more of a holy man myself. Okay, good. Presidency is back to being orthodox. Lifestyle. Well, I'm not particularly good at leading militarily. Serve the crown will do for control growth reasons, if we ever have control issues again. Yeah. The Sacred Builder Agremental. Building mosque is an act of selflessness, a great proof of a pious soul. Either kills my court gesture is going to be the court chronicler. Huh. You see, promoting legends is very expensive these days. What's the chart? Connery's exit. Might as well invest it in something else. Like this. From me. Once completed, like, to be honest, I'd be willing to go as far as lustrous. Don't want to go mythical. Because who knows where it might expand. Because we know long ago it expanded in various places. To make it to that. So let's create this legend. Alright. And then... and want to extol the domestic legend. Just to increase the spread big time. Good God, did you see that? That amount of cost for doing that task? Well, to be fair, we were making a lot more. So, we still make a great amount of money regardless. So, legend starts here. And holders count the legend spread chance increases. And there are plenty of ways to spread the legend. It's just all you need is a few friends from abroad. And I think I got a few ideas. I was about to say, what's Serbia doing? Well, it's about to lose their war of expansion for trying to get to there. So they're gonna have to pay the reparations. Well, whenever Serbia's... Actually, Venice would be the big prize. They're the one with the bigger round. Infirm and obese. Great. But it does have the berries. From whichever you got over there. Yeah, it needs to be connected from my realm to theirs. Needs to be a friend or a lover. Well, hold a legendary feast and just tell my wife to come over here. And we'll be friends again. It's much... No, wait. There's another position. Hang on. Oh yeah, you need a bodyguard for this. Brewmaster. Reduce the cost of the feast. We have a good one. There's also our physician. And empty the cellars for the popular opinion of all these lands for stability. Because we've been having issues with that. Okay. Legendary Feast. Final toast will be focused on my legend. Do it here. In these manor houses. The Marquesa will come. Okay, good. Because I want to befriend her. In addition to spreading that legend. Let's have a great feast. Swords run across hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests yet to arrive. I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. All I've seen do is spotted some cutlets already. Can't find Marquesa Antonia anywhere. Can't wait for her to arrive, so my plan to befriend her can finally start. We have a lovely time ahead of us. Once I befriend her and tell her to promote this legend, she'll spread that legend of mine really fast. Wait, first, legend's gonna spread fast here domestically. Locally. I have inherited our... Oh no, not all these areas. Eustabius died at sea. And you too. He was the great marshal. Maltese. You're an administrator. How about I land you? Because with your skills and once you're landed, you will have a much more increase in stewardship of the effectiveness of it. So I'll give you all these. And your stewardship can hold all of that. And in addition, the control level will increase there. Because, you know, peasant leader. Which you may want to have that looked at. Granting counties to commoners, increased county control makes them peasant leader. Ah! I see. Since the character is a lowborn, so you decided to land a peasant. And control goes up. If there were any control issues to begin with. That is very wise of you. Right. Very good. And also, what's that I inherited? What's that trinket? Pheasant feather. Oh, hell. Hopefully it doesn't swing around in my realm. It's only spread to 2 baronies so far. Look, I was doing some thinking. Like, maybe we should stop expanding the Siculo-Arabic culture to there. Because each time you expand, let me see. Okay, now it says 86% chance to gain 0.74 progress each month due to all these factors. Base progress, average development, Siculo-Arabic counties, especially down in Sicily. And what makes you think, why is Maltese so advanced than Siculo-Arabic? Well, here's your answer. Since it's going after urbanization and cultural fascination of it. Because the 35% chance to make, you know, much more progress at 1.6 due to the average development of Maltese counties, since there's only one, 0.76 compared to 0.44. Now you get it. And you are spreading the culture into areas that's less developed, but will be developed one day. Knowing that everything is kind of settled down now with no revolts or anything like that. And I can only hope that you'll do your conversion efforts. Unless once I get to the level of fame, the whole thing. The damn quality of the legend. So we can make this work. So from now on, I will put a hold on all this. I want you to focus on development. Because development is 37, 37 days. Over here in Salerno is near 40, so I want them all to 40. Get them all to development 40. And while there, it also decreases the construction time. So in this case, invest. Oh yeah. Let's make these ballistas more deadlier than ever. And take less time to get it done too. I'm willing to make that investment. I just want my men-at-arms regiment to be at the top of their game. Hidden weapons caches. Camp cooks. Legend's not spread to there yet, but we can definitely increase that. The guests I get at a great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches around. I normally prefer the company of books to people, but duty is duty. The mood is bright and the spirit's high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. You are a wise woman now. Nice. It's taken much of the evening to get myself closer to my wife, Marquesa Antonia, while making it feel forced. After all, best friendships are natural, and I want to think of this as spontaneous. By Saint Matthias, extols my maybe friend, barely disguising it. That was a heavy horse. And soon, at the last ready one, it simply sits too heavy in the stomach. I simply cannot believe that the servants expect to keep serving a master, working this poorly. Yes, sadly, it was just a poor choice, I think. Fun, but not that fun. I mean, I'm a shy person. I can't say it directly. What started as ordinary feast came exceptional one thanks to the presence of Ali Abdul Salam. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects. As things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. It's such a good time. What a good evening. Alright. Horn on for the men. The approach is Nilgin and they at the great table. This is a marvelous day, so all compliments to else. She deserves all the credit. Just this once. Just want to make it fast. Let's get on my side. Servants were carrying out impressively ordained entertainments. A number of proud peacocks skinned, cooked, and stuffed. They were dressed in magnificent plunges. However, as Mouse Gregorius brought his knife to close one of them, the fowl came with a shriek. This one wasn't cooked at all. It pecked at Gregorius' nose, and were bursting forth among the screaming and laughing guests. The peacocks escaped and did soon enough. As Walter Abdesslav rose from his seats and with a cold fish that grabbed by its neck, with a twist of hands, a loud snap made the entire hall fall silent. The silence was broken by Gregorius' moans and pains and clutched his wounds. No feast is complete without a prank. Yes, sirree. Sound of flutes fills all Salerno while the guests sip last time's wine. Above them, the voice of Napoleone rise one. Now listen. I should tell you about the tale of the sacred builder of Grumento. Everyone will be talking about this. We need to spread the legend fast, rapidly. After days and nights of joyous company, my feast is going to be over. Almost every guest seemed to be pleased, except Gregorius, who's still clutching his nose when the peacock marked it. Well, seems no one wishes to stay close to it, but it's not there's real disposal of the bird. We should do this more often. Few candles survive at the last of guests is left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief at the doors close. The food is still warm on the surrounding plates. Soon, word will reach at every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. If everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I'm still grateful that the endeavor is over. And with that, it's done. Well, not most stressed because I'm shy. It's good for development growth here in Salerno. You know what, for future reference, hold a feast at or other activities in areas where development's needed. Remember that. Legends already spread to Napoli. Oh, you're in a university. Other cultures on the move. And he was gallant, and she was beautiful, and he was a hero, and she was beautiful. Doesn't take too long to discover the music sound of it. I see if I music, yes. Playfully tuning his lute, leaning on the stone bench. Ah, my lord, his eyes immediately bright up. Isn't it true that Marie's fairy legend was to impress my conduct? What? That old windbag? I'll say, how dare you? I am married. Oh yes, that's better. Soulmate. I insist that I only start as legend to impress and honor her. Yeah, that's right. Now, would you like to promote my legend? I'll pay you more. I'll pay you more, darling. Yeah, she's done it. She'll promote the legend right away. She'll spread it throughout all of her realm. Daniel approached me with falsely contrite expressions already used next week. My lord, this is an absolute shame with such precious treasure such as your Siculo-Arabic Overhaul lie forgotten and abandoned to dust. Please allow me to pay for its restoration in exchange for a small favor. I knew there was a catch, but fine. That book might still be of some use. If I could bother you for a moment, my lord, starts a tad weirdly written like it. It would be a huge boon to us if we commit some more detail to the sacred building of the mental. The grander the better, he looks at me expectantly. If you'd see its conspiracy begin to sprout in my mind, going over the existing tale in more flamboyant detail would hurt, but substituting the part of the tale would be, well, another entirely its own merits. Perhaps it is best to let the story grow naturally. Spread the legend more. 28 baronies now. It's already in most of my realm. Oh yes, go bargain with them again. So that way, it'll further increase understanding with the Arab-Berber, while you're slowly increasing with the Greek. $6 gold. Give me more. Alright, that After he gave me his initial on my side, it was then proposed for further concessions their side. After all, the original agreement was somewhat fixed. I need more, I told Anastasios, to ensure myself as with his good terms. Though Anastasios was initially hesitant, we agreed to lessen the amount of gold we owed to his people. And of course, still had to send these troublemakers some gold in the first place. I was glad he took the risk of continuing the negotiation rather than accepting the initial deal. Even though it's still going to end in imperiality by then. But you got your trade experiences. All you need is to be independent, as in take Sicily. We're working on the development part. We're doing it for Salerno. That's when I just decided to stop spreading the culture in Sicily. Insular Sicily. You were a great spy master. Let me pay homage to him. Bestow him gifts. It's for renown reasons, that's why. The echoing call of horns fills ears as we traverse the mountains near Salerno. The hill forts resonate with the sound. The call arrives as sounded through generations. Mere seconds after the first bang, the stronger garrison of Sicily wars emerged from close fortification, charge a group of terrified highwaymen and bandits. Well, let's help them charge. Kill all the bandits. That was an Armenian. Perfect provisions here. Mess them up a little. Servants usher me into this great hall in Taberna, where he sits his throne and waited to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge many oaths of homage, as the scribes record the event. My attendants then follow, presenting my rich gifts to the rare before the assembled court. Who bids me to arise, confirm satisfaction, longer the rights, lands I rule instead. The price of fealty. Since we're both members of our dynasty, we gain the renown together. So, I have it. Maybe I ought to go petition him later. Some sort of residence. My entourage and I were unsure whether this was a mildly interesting or somewhat concerning location. The local Sicilian was passing by. We asked the fellow if he knew anything about the building. Ah, an unfortunate incident, that. He shook his head. So, a family of farmers lived there. The house burned down in an accident recently. They say the area is cursed by some fiendish force. It does not tell you ever long. Oh, well, just in case. Sure, just looking at the ruins. Thank you for the warning. We'll be careful. Well, since you're still there, and we're in good hands. Do you even have any court artifacts? 2. Tales of Sultan Ismail and Gray's pelt. Cat. Who was Sultan Ismail are you referring to? Re Ismail. Ah, he was Sicilian, but he was a Muslim. Back in the days where, from our line, we were in Malta, being Maltese pirates. We should go over there and petition to the Re. Which I would like to have. Gee, I don't know what I want. Yeah, we're way more than one. You can't petition them anything. You don't need to. Because you're that damn great. Look at this. The base is 35, but thanks to training commanders and from station this holding, look at that. And let's just keep it up more. And more damage. At this time, give it some more toughness to it. And then combine it with the blacksmiths for the station men at arms. Amazing. Development leveled up. It'll take another year. So it's gonna take a few years. That's why, again, it would be wise to stop spreading our culture to down there. The Aurochs to my friend Ottabono, known for his interest in minery, brings rumor of base I hear much talk from the Leo of Paterno. Said our excellent prospects of hunting caravans, with many of worthy Aurochs in Roman events. Intercarico. Interesting. We do have a master of hunt, do we not? I'm master of hunt, but do we have one of our own? No, sir. Give me Napoleon, because he's younger. I'll educate her too, because she's the second. Hunting for once. Auroch sighting. Mountains high development. So it is the place to be. But also kind of dangerous, but I'll take this sea route. Bring everyone over. I want to slay that cow. That's what an orc is, right? Good enough at that. Yep. 50 for Arab-Berber. I would try to increase the Greek a little. I'm jowled deep in my second helping of pomegranate cakes when I catch Faisal looking at me rather reproachfully. You know, my lord, the biggest general, given what you're trying to do, display your honors, perhaps you might consider rating it that time. I look down at food, it's delicious, perhaps Faisal has a point. You're right, I'll do better. Discounts towards upgraded legend increases slightly. Stop right there. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. Gamekeepers check the highlands each day of silent glory, while establishing a camp closer to the hunting grounds. Those Aurochs are close. I can feel it. Right, before we get down to that, how much does it cost to upgrade that? Missing 56. Oh, 200 gold. Okay. And it's spread to 61 baronies, excuse me. So yeah, it didn't take much. And it spread it to the lands ruled by Sorrento, by my wife. I don't want to make it into mythical, I just simply want to get up to illustrious and then done. Just a quick work. Development's not that high up here, so it's still good hunting. Oh. Xena. Poor child. So I still have $2. Great. Napoleone, your master of the hunt, summons the party to gather as the light reaches the camp in the highlands near Cituripe. My men have been gathering sightings of aurochs in the Rome local area. Many of my gamekeepers have flushed reporting over the years with tracksuits. A herd of aurochs is near at hand, with a mighty bull amongst them. Let's see if the rumors are true. Let's get out there. I pause and write. Pause and write. The words of this mission must be chosen carefully. Any loose phrases from my vassals Sebastianos will not be looked kindly upon, but his support for the sacred builder Grumento would be a boon if I get it right. Now let's see. What is exactly he would approve of? Well, since I'm an honest man, I say, perhaps I should be just as truthful as possible. I guessed incorrectly. Just as my court jester and chronicler, Ezekiel, started to dismount, legs still dangling in the saddle, my rash vassal Gregorius Mitchell to bump into his horse, sending him tumbling to the ground. Hey, there's no way for the rise to act. God damn you. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I filled my lungs with the fresh air of the wilderness, I spotted this working like big bitch from nature's dedication to Allah. So many useful herbs and beautiful flowers, both for healing and malicious intent, but I'm here to hunt. Picking roses may raise some eyebrows. I must keep up with appearances. Slight increase. My friend Ottobono is first to spot the herd. Carefully putting the party into position, we descend on the bellowing beast, separating a worthy bull from a panicked group. We gather between the lone aurochs and the fleeing herd. Not a real chase begins. After we ride. Tally-ho! Who knows? Maybe it'll look good on the legend. Like all game, the slippery aurochs has many tricks, wrenches, and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My vassal, Zacharias, has halted the party. The wily aurochs have been doubling to from retracing its steps and running trails to throw us off the scent. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Ah, yes, I've heard of this ploy. Because I have high learning skill and I'm a scholar. I know such things. 96% chance of success increases greatly. And did. All the way. Because I believe 80 is the max. After hours of riding, we finally cornered the wildebeest. Our chase has not been in vain. The exhausted, panicked animal has turned to bay, struggling to stand and bellowing in panic. Facing the mighty so close, especially one bucking violently, is enough to evoke terror, even the bravest man. But dogs and hunters duly surround. I'll shoot it. I'll lose more stress than I gain despite being shy, but I don't want to go up to it. I take aim as the body keeps exhausted out of place. Exhale and loose. The arrow strikes through straight to base side. That's how you do it. And you're sending me a gift. Consider that as a reward. People are more charitable these days. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. There's nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. Napoleone, master of the hunts, directs the breaking up, clumsily skinning the carcass before 100 game masters take over. We place eager dogs, share the spoils on the stretch side before departing for camping. Aquila memento. Repair this old armor. Doesn't cost much. You speak my tongue? Ha! This vain attempt at gaining glory is laughable. Because you know we're rivals. Let me help you with your investments. Invest in guilds for development growth. And I will do the same for the other city in Stigliano. Because I know for a fact that once we get done getting these developments up to 40 for these counties, they're going to be next. So you want to do it ahead of time. Oh, I know where that is. No thanks. My daughter and heir has been asking me for a pet rabbit for a long time. I thought I would get one for her in 3 months if she displayed more focus in her studies. I would never deceive you, isn't it? She'll be trusting. I sit comfortably in my study late one evening, recounting the sacred builder of Grumento to my court jester Zacchaeus, when a thought dawns upon me. I've been often referred to as an eccentric by my peers. There's just something about me that makes it a challenge for others to build a connection with me. I struggle to remember much of my early childhood, but I always felt a strong kinship with the noble bear, almost as one would feel with a mother or father. I stand upright at once and his gift option. Dare I make such assertion? Dare I say I was raised by a bear? Just this once because it sounds rather silly. I know that kind of goes against me being honest and all that, but just say it for once. Something was lost in translation. The discount towards upgrading my legend decreases. $88 baronies now. Keep making these ballistas deadlier. Every little bit. I retreat to my chambers one evening, exhausted, wearied from yet another day of tenuous monotony. As I lay on the edge of sleep, I'm suddenly stirred awake by the shrill screeching of metal on stone. I should awaken to see a shadowy figure at the edge of my bed. His 2V grid only illuminated part of him I can see clearly. I cannot move. I can only stare as he steps towards me, dagger in hand. Then suddenly I wake once more. Mark me with his visit. I feel I'll be collected by Azraelers. A fate I must change. I must become immortal. The eccentric in me would say something like that. Some months ago, Kalinikos began an elaborate effort to clear marshland from settlement and pestle. Heavy plows and fresh ditches make the ground firm, but is slower. Kalinikos has now written my steward to request that his levy duties be reduced, paying extra to complete the works for the next harvest. He hopes to instead recruit soldiers for the labor. The entirety of Salerno could do with that. This affects the whole county. So, good idea. Light shines so pleasantly in the throne this morning, my lord. As I was walking around. It sure reminds the day fate started your life. Do you remember how benevolent you were? Attended to the peasants' desperate pleas, he says with an eloquent wink. Ah, what pious soul I am these days. But my piety is clearly a lie. I'm not always that honest, you know, but it is enough to upgrade the legend, but I don't want it to do that just yet. It hasn't reached to all the areas of inside the realm of mine. Not yet. Thank you for the gift. Now, all dark is around me. Just ahead, a solitary light is there in the distance. Like instinct, I walked across the void towards a single spot of light. Until I'm greeted by a lone figure dressed in all white who looks just like an older version of me. He smiles at me with a kind of warmth only a father can give me, and invites me to sit beside him. Basking in the warmth of his presence, I feel inexorable relation and peace. Do you know why I made mortals die, Sawdan? It's what separates you from me. You know how precious life is. Your eternity to heaven is coming. But for now, there are people below waiting for you. I get it. I finally get it. I wake, a changed man. I get it! You become my marshal. Okay, that's fine. You're good at it. $39. It'll be another year, then it'll turn 40, then we'll start developing Marsico. Which one helps with the development? Guess we can't upgrade it further because Muslim. Yes, please focus on improving the lot of the peasants for the development. Really? Even you, my liege, are promoting my legend. keep constructed in... Okay, excellent. 'Cause this is needed for, you know, especially this. For the siege range effectiveness for the mangonels. Oh dear. Well, I'm a shy person. So I'll apologetically refuse the invitation. So I'll say no to that. Right, the old tax collector's dead. There we go. Now we can start making real fortune again. As I promenade down the stairs across the corridor where I reach one of the corridors where the servants usually watch the show. But it's not them I find. Clara's voice reaches me loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has Sawdan done anyway? Was there any of us see this so-called legend he probably makes us sing now? You there. She apologizes. Settle that legend. Draw plate constructed. Like Gustral. Woo-hoo-hoo. Again, I'm happy as hell that I'm making my men-at-arms more deadly than it needs to be. Not build a single building, but it's kind of... Though my prison is my rightful prison. Evidently, they cannot agree with my prison. We're only weaker to outside threats, and we are locked behind our own walls. Does we not release my oath for the good of them all? Yeah, you got it. Go free today. Since I'm not interested in other affairs other than my own, develop. That's the key. Wait a few months before you start spending again. Ah, yes, that reminds me. When do we get to do this again? Next year. Matter of fact, 2 months. I know what to do exactly. Because this coincides with the development thing. From Salerno to Sarno. Do not upgrade that legend until every single part of my realm falls under that. Stop right there. This time, patronize arts and sciences. And, at this point, get me to Greek. Oh, and we're about to have windmills. Castro Giovanni to Palermo. Good. So yeah, do save up some money. Because we're about to build some things that'll bring more benefits to it that I'm very excited. But we'll do that in the next episode. I'll end the episode as soon as the innovations comes. Heresy. I'm interrupted at court today as my court jester hurls himself towards the opponent screen. Heretic! On his way. Sacred Builder Agreement makes a claim that Sawdanid has powers beyond even Allah himself. Heresy of the highest degree. He sounds like a lunatic to me. But the mutterings around it would indicate some more agree. Yay. Knowing I'm eccentric, I'll say I could convince him. No one might debate. Oh boy, I can't wait to read that final chapter, which I will do that next part in the next episode to complete that legend under Illustrious. I will not go mythical. It's already made it to 100, but it doesn't seem to be spreading further unless I upgrade it further. Which, matter of fact, you might as well just do that. You have the money, you can afford it. Increase the quality. But don't complete it just yet. Oh look, another paleo horse race. Not going over there. As much as I'd like to travel, but why you tempt me? Grand Tournament. That's too distant, I know that place. Windmills! We'll end the episode right there. So, as you can see, we got another building slot in all these areas. And I know I have one of the modifiers that's been giving me the... Yeah. In 2 months' time, my stewardship will increase again, and I'll have the domain limit go up. Because the title I'm willing to revoke is this man's title. I want to have that Moscow myself, so I can use that to build regimental grounds for reduction of men-at-arms maintenance when at war. Very, very useful indeed. So, in the next episode, development will continue in these nearby areas, and then we'll spread it as part of a long-term goal, which probably will happen in a few decades or so, that we will finally end the Sicilian frontier struggle, and one day I will be the Sultan of Sicily. In the next episode, but until then, so long for now.